What is going on, crypto friends? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Fareed, and in today's video I want to break down the very last day as it pertains to the 25 days of MELD. Now, jumping straight into their official website here, I want to give you guys a huge shout out, especially for all of you viewers that have been keeping up with myself as a part of these 25 days of announcements. That said, there was actually no official partner or integration announced on day number 25, aside from a quick recap of all of the previous partnerships that occurred throughout day number 1, all the way through day number 24, in which we saw the brand new release of the Bank Manager NFTs. So jumping over into their official Twitter here, they released this video here, which essentially just highlights all of their existing partners. And as I mentioned, there was actually an opportunity to win, I believe, up to 150,000 of the MELD tokens. Now, that was actually going to be split two ways. The first 75,000 of the 150,000 pot will be going to the top 10 leaders within the Crew 3 Quest platform. Now, each day of the 25 days of MELD, the team essentially had some quests or questions and quizzes that you guys could have participated in, and the top participants will be splitting that pot. Now, the additional 75,000 of the tokens will be split up amongst all of the participants that just completed all of the 25 days of MELD quests, regardless of their accuracy or correctness. That said here, this is just again a quick recap of all the partnerships. And so being that there's no additional announcement as a part of day 25, I'm going to go ahead and just quickly jump over into their latest dev development diary and just quickly talk about some of the upcoming changes and existing changes that the MELD has already implemented when it comes to their upcoming testnet and their MELD app. So let me just go ahead and get out of here. And we're going to jump straight over into the MELD Medium site. Now, if you guys are not already following MELD on Medium, definitely make sure to do so. I'm going to leave the link to this down in the description below. As a part of the MELD Dev Diary, which is their 16th episode here, they have some updates as it pertains to borrowing and lending, and I'm just going to quickly highlight some of the key items that I've noted myself. So first things first is that the MELD team has restructured the storage of asset data on-chain to avoid duplicate storage of asset classes. And as you guys could imagine, this is a pretty big update here in terms of security, given that we don't want anybody to be able to essentially duplicate their assets, whether it's on-chain or off-chain. Right below that, the MELD team has rewritten the loan-to-value calculation and synchronized implementations between on-chain and off-chain data, just confirming that all of their metrics, right, and calculations are managed the same way as it pertains to whether it's on-chain or off-chain. Scrolling down here into the testing section, I actually had a recent interview with Yusuf Srandi, who is their partnership manager, and he alluded to the fact that as a part of the upcoming testnet for MELD, the team will be working to essentially provide real-life prices when it comes to the test assets that we can expect on their testnet. And so here we have the implementation of a mock API for oracles to query simulated asset prices. So for example, IUSD, IBTC, IETH, those are all actually going to have realistic prices on their testnet, giving them the opportunity, right, to essentially see, okay, what is this testnet going to look like once they hit mainnet? And then also for a user standpoint, we'll have a realistic idea as to what we can expect on the launch of their mainnet application. Right below that, the team has written integration tests for their Oracle services, kind of tying into that update that I just mentioned up there. And then in addition to that, they've also written unit tests for their liquidation logic, which will be occurring on chain. That said, whenever you take a loan, whether it's crypto to fiat or crypto to crypto, there will be a possible risk of liquidation. So definitely make sure that you're aware of that before participating in DeFi. But the team is essentially testing that liquidation mechanism as a part of this dev diary update. Now, when it comes to the MELD app itself, the team is working to implement a wallet creation with web3auth.io. And if you guys missed this particular collaboration or partnership as a part of the 25 days of MELD, the Web3 or the web3auth.io platform is aiming to essentially simplify the access from Web2 platforms into Web3 with a single sign-on solution, essentially similar to Google, Facebook, or through Twitter. Very lastly, there has been a little bit of front-end integration to work with the lending and borrowing smart contracts on Cardano, specifically when it comes to the MELDapp. So the MELDapp will be a mobile application that you guys will be able to use to integrate or to interact with the MELD protocol. That said, that is going to wrap it up for today's brief update. As I mentioned before, there is no official announcement or partner as a part of day 25, but there is a quick recap of all the previous partnerships that we've seen the MELD team launch. That said, my favorites so far were the collaborations with the Cornucopias game, as well as the announcement around their EMI license, which will allow for them to operate as a neobank, providing traditional banking services online. In addition to that, we saw the rebranding of the Bank Manager NFT. So I'll go ahead and leave the link to the entire playlist, right, covering days number 1 all the way till today, which is day number 25. Again, thank you all within the community for keeping up with this, and I appreciate your guys' attention throughout the entire span of the 25 days. If you guys found this video to be helpful, please make sure to tap that like button. If it's your first time stopping by, consider subscribing, and if you have any questions for myself or about any of the 25 days of MELD, then make sure to leave a comment down below. I will see you guys in the next video.